Muhammad Abdullah.
Thank you, Honorable Vice Chairman, sir. Sir, I rise to oppose the Union Budget 2024-2025. Sir, I hope you heard about a word. Means what you sow is what you reap. Whatever you think, you will get. Whatever you do, you will have. They are always thinking about the minority in a negative way. They end up with the minority government. That is karma. That is karma. Yes. What you sow is what you reap. Before I begin to point out three key failures of this budget, I would like to thank the Indian people for putting BJP in its rightful place in this august temple of democracy. Yes. Honorable Finance Minister has become the first Finance Minister to present the budget for the 7th time in a row. I congratulate her for her capacity to deliver the budget speech, but people of the country, especially the middle class, feel that she has failed miserably for the 7th time without getting a pass mark. Expected good economic reforms and people-oriented schemes from her, but she has betrayed our hopes. Sir, this government is newly married with Bihar and Andhra Pradesh. We know very well that all the grooms lavishly spend for their newly married wife only in the beginning, not all the time.
Only 60 days.
Only in the beginning.
Only 60 days.
But on the day of the marriage itself, everyone in this country knows that they will get divorced very soon. Sir, in America, people will get married to get a green card. Everyone knows this is not a real marriage and they married only to get the green card. So this is the marriage of convenience. It is called as a marriage of convenience. Like this is called as a budget of convenience. We are waiting to see if the two states will run away after getting the special package. People will run away after taking their MPs. We are waiting. When the Honorable PM says, because we should not interrupt it as growth, harmony and peace for ourselves and India. It must be translated as unimaginable growth for this beloved Gujarati 2A business funds. PM said, Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, but Saath and Vikas is mean only for two people and not the whole India. Sir, Honorable Sir, in the interim budget 2024-25, the Finance Minister claimed to have lifted out of 25 crore people from multi-dimensional poverty, from the poverty line. Among 25 crore people, I know only two people, the 2A businessmen. Who are all the other 24 crore, 29 lakh, 998 people? Sir, why is union government favoring some states and harming revenue generating states like Tamil Nadu? Ignoring opposition demand with such bias betrays our democracy and the cooperative federalism in our constitution. Why this bias? Why this hypocrisy? It is very sad that the union government, which is supposed to represent the people of the country as whole, is a puppet of very few. Sir, the budget 24 has provoked a constructive debate and unbearable disappointment in Tamil Nadu, a state known for its robust economic contributions and industrial powers. Tamil Nadu, often regarded as a manufacturing hub of India and a key player in sectors like automobiles, information technology and textile, expected substantial support and recognition in this year's budgetary and received nothing but disappointment. Even the issues like food relief fund and pending GST compensation have emphasized the demand of Tamil Nadu. The union budget has not addressed any of these presenting demands. Sir, it is very unfortunate and unfair that to see the union government's unequal distribution of income to the state governments, especially for non-BJP ruled states like Tamil Nadu, which provides the highest tax for the union government. For instance, out of the disaster relief of rupees 37,000 crore 6 crores was demanded by the government of Tamil Nadu for severely affected by the floods in 2023. Partly 276 crore only was given by this union government. The government has provided approximately 4.5 lakh crore to the Tamil Nadu from 2014 to 2023, while the direct tax collection from the period was approximately 6.5 lakh crore. Sector pivotal to Tamil Nadu's economy such as agriculture, education and healthcare have not received the support needed to foster sustainable growth and development. The finance minister, who spoke about the nation's food security while allocating funds for the Polavaram project in Andhra Pradesh, has conveniently forgotten the farmers of Delta region of Tamil Nadu, who are equally important to the food security of the country. Our finance minister, she has gone up and she graduated in Delta region only. The education ministry, UGC and NTA have lost the trust of the people due to the continuous scams. The Director General of NTA has resigned and ran away. The UPSC chairman has resigned and ran away from his responsibility. But the Union Minister of Education is giving sermons as if nothing in paper leak. As an MP from Tamil Nadu, our long-held stand is NEET is not needed and all common entrance exam conducted by this union government must be stopped. For a true federal arrangement, the exams must be run by all the state governments, duly voted by their own people, and move higher education back to the state list. By tinkering with the education, we are not only failing our future generation, but also shaking the fundamental of this unified country. The union government has also stopped the payment of around 2,000 crore rupees to the government of Tamil Nadu under Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan only because we do not agree with the new education policy which imposes Hindi and it is against our state autonomy. When this government came to power for the first time, our Honorable Prime Minister proclaimed that they will create 20 million jobs annually. 20 million jobs annually. Survey 2024. This economic survey 2024 says 8 million jobs needed to be created till 2036. This government has the habit of hiding uncomfortable data from the public eye. This government does not respect any international data. While none of the data delivered by this government is respected in global circle. This means we only have a self-delusion leader and the entire cabinet, supporters, social media, TV channels, singing his paeans without focusing on the people. I am reminded Emperor Nero, who was busy with his fiddling while Rome was burning. The unprecedented unemployment problem in this country is getting worse day by day, and the government failure to tackle the unemployment problem in the country is unpardonable. Unemployment rate and its highest. And if you see the unprecedented crowd of youth from North India in the southbound train is an humble proof for this unemployment problem in this country. But I am satisfied with the fact that this minority government did not announce that they would provide jobs to 40 crore youth from across the whole world. The Indian Railway, typically a central focus in the Indian budget and a major recipient of funds, surprisingly did not receive attention in the 2024 budget, even after consecutive train accidents. Sir, while the Union Budget 2024 sets a roadmap for India's economic path, its reception in Tamil Nadu underscores the necessity for inclusive and region-sensitive policy making. Addressing the concern of states like Tamil Nadu is not just about financial allocation, but about fostering a sense of equitable and partnership in India's journey towards prosperity. Sir, I want to tell one thing in Tamil, I will translate also. வங்கிகள் வட்டிக்கு வட்டி போட்டு மக்களை வதக்கிறாங்க, ஒன்றிய அரசோ வரிக்கு வரி போட்டு மக்களை வாட்டுறாங்க. நம்ம நாட்டில் சகல வசதிகளோட சுகமா வாழணும்னா ஒன்னு பணக்காரனா இருக்கணும், இல்லாட்டி பரமாத்மாவோட குழந்தையா இருக்கணும். Means bankers are harassing people by levying interest on interest, whereas the union government is exacting taxes on taxes from the people. Only two kind of people can live comfortably in this country. One is super rich and second one is our honorable children of Paramatma. Sir, whether any concrete step being taken by this government to review the union government and state government relationship to uphold cooperative federalism in this budget, the answer is no. There are four things that model government in Tamil Nadu has given to Indian politics, which is mandate now for the development of this country, sir. One is equality, and another one is social justice. The third one is state autonomy, and the fourth one is welfare economics. All these were shaped by our unique historical continuity of Tamil Nadu on the basis of social justice, guided by Thandai Periyar, Peraringer Anna, Muthamilaringer Dr. Kalaignar, and now by our Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Thalapathy M.K. Stalin. This minority government should understand this first. Sir. Yes, sir. Dravidian model. Exactly the Dravidian model.
Professor.
Sir, before I conclude my speech, I would like to strongly register my protest for what the BJP leaders said during the campaign trail about minorities. Sir, my name is Muhammad Abdullah. I am a Tamil mother tongue, Tamil speaking Tamil. For generations, we follow Islam. Once my floor leader, Honorable Shiva Anna, told in this August House, not one time, many times, even outside on stages also. During the partition, we had a choice, but my forefathers stayed back. We had a choice. Shiva Anna told on this house, Muslims had a choice, but their forefathers stayed back here. No one can question my patriotism. No one. Like my family, millions of Muslim families stayed back here. We have the same equal rights like any other in this country. Belittling us as a foreigner or trying to evict us using CAA, NRC and countless other rules is not going to work. I am along with all the Muslims in this country, our sons and daughters of this soil. No government in power, either state or union, uproot us from our motherland. So stop playing your religious polarization card, and we collectively,
thank you, Mr. Abdullah, thank you.
Let us try to uplift this great nation for the generation to come. With this, I conclude my speech, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The next speaker is Mr. Sanjay Singh. Your time is 12 minutes, Mr. Sanjay Singh.
धन्यवाद मान्यवर, आपने बजट पर मुझे बोलने का मौका दिया। मैं अपनी बात शुरू करना चाहूंगा। मान्यवर, हमारे कुछ दोस्त जो कभी इधर हुआ करते थे, अब वो उधर चले गए हैं। उनके लिए चंद पंक्तियों से अपनी बात शुरू करूंगा कि कैसा ये हादसा है मेरे साथ, कैसा ये हादसा है मेरी जिंदगी के साथ। मैं हूं किसी के साथ, मेरा दिल किसी के साथ। तो जो लोग उधर चले गए मान्यवर, उनका दिल हमारे साथ है, भले वो किसी के साथ हो। मान्यवर, इस बजट का बहुत ढोल पीटा जा रहा है कि बड़ा क्रांतिकारी, बड़ा अच्छा बजट, बड़ा विकसित भारत का बजट है। यह बजट क्या है मान्यवर? पूरे देश को पता चलना चाहिए कि भारत माता की सेना रक्षा के लिए जो बजट आता है, उस बजट में कटौती करने का काम किया गया। 9.6% से घटाकर 9.43% किया गया। भारत का अन्नदाता किसान जो अपने खून पसीने से देश को चलाने का काम करता है मान्यवर, उसका बजट, कृषि का बजट 3.2% से घटाकर 3.15% किया गया। स्वास्थ्य का बजट, हिंदुस्तान 144 करोड़ लोगों का देश है मान्यवर, लेकिन बड़े अफसोस के साथ कहना पड़ रहा है कि स्वास्थ्य का बजट 1.97% से घटाकर
1.85% किया गया। ट्रांसपोर्ट का बजट 11.48% से घटाकर 11.28% किया गया। पेंशन, जहां एक तरफ पुरानी पेंशन की बहाली की मांग हो रही है, लाखों कर्मचारी सड़क पर हैं और मांग करते हैं कि पुरानी पेंशन बहाल किया जाए, इस सरकार ने पेंशन का बजट 5.20% से घटाकर 5.04% करने का काम किया। एनर्जी का बजट 2.10% से घटाकर 1.42% करने का काम। वैज्ञानिक विभाग का बजट 0.7% से घटाकर 0.6% करने का काम किया। फूड सब्सिडी का बजट 4.38% से घटाकर 4.25% करने का काम किया। नॉर्थ ईस्ट के विकास का बजट, मणिपुर की तो चर्चा आपने नहीं की, लेकिन नॉर्थ ईस्ट के विकास का बजट आपने 0.13% से घटाकर 0.12% करने का काम किया। सामाजिक कल्याण, जिसमें आपका बिल्कुल यकीन नहीं है, उसका भी बजट आपने घटाया। 1.22% से घटाकर 1.17% करने का काम किया। आपने फर्टिलाइजर का, खाद का बजट 3.88 से घटाकर 3.4% करने का काम किया और फूड सब्सिडी आपने घटाने का काम किया। ये है आपके विकसित भारत के खोखले सच्चाई। हर वर्ग को आपने चोट पहुंचाने का काम किया। मान्यवर, आप कहते हैं आप दुनिया की 5वीं बड़ी अर्थव्यवस्था है, 5वीं बड़ी अर्थव्यवस्था है। अरे ये तो सच्चाई बताइए कि ये 5वीं बड़ी अर्थव्यवस्था किसके लिए है? आपने चंद पूंजीपतियों का 16 लाख करोड़ रुपए माफ किया। ये इस देश की सच्चाई है। आपने 16 लाख करोड़ रुपए पूंजीपतियों का माफ किया। आपने 14 देश के प्रधानमंत्रियों ने जितना कर्जा लिया, उससे दोगुना कर्जा अकेले आपकी सरकार ने लिया। आपने 150 लाख करोड़ रुपए कर्जा लेने का काम किया, देश को कर्ज में डुबाने का काम किया। मान्यवर, मैं बताना चाहता हूं इस सरकार से किन किन वर्गों को उम्मीद थी। इस सरकार से उम्मीद थी देश के अन्नदाता किसानों को कि आप एमएसपी दोगुना करेंगे। आपने एमएसपी दोगुना नहीं की, आपने किसानों की फूड सब्सिडी का काम किया, फर्टिलाइजर सब्सिडी काटने का काम किया, कृषि क्षेत्र को देने वाले बजट को खत्म करने का काम किया। बेरोजगारों को उम्मीद थी, 10 साल में आपने कहा था मान्यवर 20 करोड़ नौकरियां देंगे, 20 करोड़ नौकरियां आपने नहीं दी। फिर नौजवानों ने कहा नौकरी दो, नौकरी दो। फिर आपने कहा पकौड़ा तल लो, पकौड़ा तल लो। फिर आपने कहा पान की दुकान लगा लो, पान की दुकान लगा लो। फिर आपने कहा 4 साल की नौकरी कर लो, सेना में 4 साल की नौकरी। मैं मान्यवर आपके माध्यम से भारत के प्रधानमंत्री से बड़ी विनम्रता पूर्वक पूछना चाहता हूं, देश के प्रधानमंत्री को 73 साल की उम्र में तीसरी बार प्रधानमंत्री बनना है, लेकिन किसान का बेटा नौजवान सेना में 4 साल की नौकरी करेगा। ये भेदभाव क्यों है? मैं पूछना चाहता हूं मान्यवर, आपके माध्यम से इस सरकार से जानना चाहता हूं अगली योजना क्या आएगी आपकी। आप कह रहे हो इंटर्नशिप योजना 5,000 रुपए की ट्रेनिंग ले लो, 5,000 रुपए की ट्रेनिंग ले लो। मान्यवर, 5,000 रुपए की ट्रेनिंग 500 बड़ी कंपनियों में आप देंगे। मुझे भारत की 100 कंपनियां आप बता दीजिए जिसमें एक कंपनी में आप 4,000 ट्रेनी रख सकते हैं। एक कंपनी बता दीजिए जिसमें आप 4,000 प्रशिक्षु आप रख सकते हैं ट्रेनिंग के तौर पे। ये भी आपका आंकड़ा सिर्फ एक जुमला है, इसके अलावा कुछ नहीं है। अब मुझे लगता है एक ही योजना बाकी रह गई है मान्यवर, वो योजना है कि हमारी भारत की सरकार, आदरणीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी की सरकार अगली योजना लेके आएगी कि इस देश के नौजवानों को मुफ्त में 5 करोड़ कटोरा बांटा जाएगा। भीख मांगो योजना, भीख मांगो योजना लाने का काम ये लोग करेंगे। मान्यवर, इस देश में आपने अर्थव्यवस्था को लेकर कहा 5वीं बड़ी अर्थव्यवस्था है। वो 5वीं बड़ी अर्थव्यवस्था का लाभ आपके चंद पूंजीपति मित्रों को, जिसका 16 लाख करोड़ रुपए आपने माफ किया, जो हजारों करोड़ लूटकर हिंदुस्तान से चले गए। मान्यवर, मैं बड़ी विनम्रता पूर्वक कहना चाहता हूं,
Mitrovadi deleted. You
जी।
have difficulty.
ठीक है सर।
Get.
मान्यवर, मैं बड़ी विनम्रता पूर्वक आपके माध्यम से पूछना चाहता हूं, क्या इस देश की अर्थव्यवस्था में रेहड़ी पटरी वालों का कोई योगदान नहीं? जो 10 करोड़ रेहड़ी पटरी वाले पूरे देश में हैं, उनका कोई योगदान नहीं है क्या मान्यवर? वो भी सरकार को टैक्स भरते हैं। आपकी सरकार उनको भी फूटी आंख से देखना नहीं चाहती। आपने रेहड़ी पटरी वालों को कहा अपने नाम के आगे नेम प्लेट लगाओ, अपने नाम के आगे नेम प्लेट लगाओ। हिंदू हो कि मुसलमान, दलित हो कि पीछे, आदिवासी हो, क्या हो ये बताओ। मैं पूछना चाहता हूं, आपके माध्यम से सरकार के कहना चाहता हूं मान्यवर, अगर नेम प्लेट लगवाना है तो लगवाइए नेम प्लेट। नीरव मोदी के गले में नेम प्लेट लगवाइए कि 20,000 करोड़ रुपए हिंदुस्तान का वो बाकी है। लगवाइए नेम प्लेट। 10,000 करोड़ रुपए विजय माल्या हिंदुस्तान का बाकी है। लगवाइए नेम प्लेट गले में ललित मोदी के कि 3,000 करोड़ रुपए हिंदुस्तान का लूट के भाग गया। लगवाइए नेम प्लेट मान्यवर। मैं कहना चाहता हूं नितिन संदेशरा के कि वो 6,000 करोड़ रुपए हिंदुस्तान का लूट के भाग गया। लगवाइए नेम प्लेट अडानी के कि 2.5 लाख करोड़ रुपए का कर्जा आपने एक आदमी को दे रहे मान्यवर।
एक सेकंड ऑनरेबल मेंबर, यू आर अ सीनियर पर्सन। संजय जी, यू आर अ सीनियर पर्सन। धारा प्रवाह में आप काफी कुछ कह गए फिगर्स के बारे में, बाकी तो यू कैन मेक योर पॉइंट, नो डिफिकल्टी अबाउट इट। वन सेकेंड, तो द फिगर्स विच यू गिवन, you will have tough time in proving them because these have been taken in stride. So all that will be deleted, and we will, unless you have real factually firmed up material, use a name. Other make your point.
ठीक है सर, ठीक है सर, थैंक यू सर,
make your point.
थैंक यू सर। मानवर, मैं तो ये कहना चाह रहा था आपके माध्यम से कि इस तरह के काम देश के अंदर नहीं होने चाहिए। भारत एक धर्मनिरपेक्ष राष्ट्र है और हम जानते हैं अपनी सामाजिक व्यवस्था में, मैं जानता हूं इनके मन में दर्द होगा मान्यवर। अभी चुनाव हारे हैं ये उत्तर प्रदेश में, तो वहां पर अगर कोई बोर्ड लगाएगा जाटव ढाबा, एक सेकेंड, कोई लगाएगा, कोई अपने ढाबे के आगे अगर वाल्मीकि ढाबा लिखेगा तो आप लोग उसके यहां खाने नहीं जाओगे। मैं जानता हूं आपकी मानसिकता। आप वो लोग हैं जिन्होंने भारत के तत्कालीन राष्ट्रपति श्री रामनाथ कोविंद जी को प्रभु श्री राम के मंदिर के शिलान्यास में नहीं बुलाया। आप वो लोग हैं जिन्होंने मौजूदा राष्ट्रपति श्रीमती द्रौपदी मुर्मू जी को राम मंदिर के उद्घाटन में नहीं बुलाया। आप दलितों से, पिछड़ों से, आदिवासियों से, अल्पसंख्यकों से, मुसलमानों से नफरत करने का काम करते हैं। ये आपकी सच्चाई है। इसलिए नेम प्लेट मत लगवाइए। नेम प्लेट लगवाना है तो जिन्होंने देश की बैंकों को लूटा है उनका नेम प्लेट लगवाइए। और मान्यवर, मैं आपसे आपके माध्यम से इस सरकार से कहना चाहता हूं, इनका बजट पढ़ रहा था मान्यवर, जेलों को भी इन्होंने कम बजट दिया। अरे जेल का बजट तो बढ़ा दीजिए, 300 करोड़ रुपए जेल का बजट बढ़ा दीजिए। अरे जेल में भेजा है, कल तुमको जेल में आना है, तुम सबको जेल में आना है। जेल का बजट बढ़ा दो, जेलों को ठीक कर दो, अगला नंबर तुम्हारा है, तुम्हें जेल में आना है। कम से कम जेलों को तो ठीक कर दो, अगला नंबर तुम्हारा। मैं जेल के बजट पे बोल रहा हूँ मानवर, मैं जेल के बजट पे
1 सेकंड
300 करोड़ दिया, इनको जेल में आना है।
1 सेकंड सदन के नेताजी से मैं अनुरोध करूंगा कि ये बहुत मार्मिक अपील है जेल का बजट बढ़ाने के लिए, और इस पर आप गौर फरमाइए।
धन्यवाद सर, धन्यवाद सर,
ठीक है ना,
धन्यवाद सर।
एक पृष्ठभूमि भी है
मान्यवर,
इसका ध्यान रखा जाएगा। अध्यक्ष महोदय,
इन्होंने न्यायपालिकाओं के लिए जो बजट रखा वो नाकाफी है। 5 करोड़ केसेस पेंडिंग है इस देश के अंदर, और 6 लाख लोगों को पूरे देश में जेलों में रखा गया है, जिसमें करीब 76% अंडर ट्रायल हैं। इसका मतलब आपका मकसद न्याय दिलाना नहीं है, आपका मकसद किसी मामले की सच्चाई तक पहुंचना नहीं है, आपका मकसद है पकड़ पकड़ के एक एक व्यक्ति को जेल में डालना। आपने दिल्ली के मुख्यमंत्री को, जिनकी शुगर 36 बार 50 से नीचे जा चुकी है, आपने दिल्ली के मुख्यमंत्री को पकड़ के जेल में डाल दिया। नहीं मानवर, अब इनको बार बार मौका मत दीजिए, मुझे अपनी बात पूरी करने दीजिए। आई एम नॉट यील्डिंग सर, आई एम नॉट। आपने 2 बार काम हैबिट बना लिया इन्होंने सर। दिल्ली के मुख्यमंत्री को सर इन्होंने पकड़ के जेल में डाल के रखा। दिल्ली के शिक्षा मंत्री को इन्होंने 2 साल से जेल में रखा। दिल्ली के स्वास्थ्य मंत्री को इन्होंने 2 साल से जेल में रखा। आप एक एक विपक्ष के नेता को पकड़ पकड़ के जेल में डालते हैं। हेमंत सोरेन को मुख्यमंत्री को जेल में आपने रखा, संजय रावत को जेल में रखा, अनिल देशमुख को जेल में रखा, सबको पकड़ पकड़ के आप जेल में रखते हैं। 3 मंत्रियों को आपने पकड़ के जेल में रखा। आपका मकसद ट्रायल कराना नहीं, न्याय दिलाना नहीं, आपका मकसद हम लोगों को पकड़ के जेल में रखना है। जितना जेल में डालोगे, जितना जेल में डालोगे, मैं आपसे कहना चाहता हूं, जितना जेल में डालोगे उतना गर्त में जाओगे। जिसने भी ये राजनीति की है उसका समापन हो गया है। अभी 240 पे पहुंचे हो, कल 24 पे पहुंचोगे, इसके बाद 2 पे भी आओगे। मैं 1-2 मिनट और मैं बस कह के अपनी बात खत्म करूंगा, मेरे टाइम में से उसको काट लीजिएगा। मान्यवर, भेदभाव की बात, सबसे भेदभाव इनको करना है। मुसलमानों से भेदभाव, सिखों से भेदभाव, ईसाइयों से भेदभाव, दलितों से भेदभाव, पिछड़ों से भेदभाव, और अब राज्यों से भेदभाव, राज्यों से भी भेदभाव, महिलाओं से भेदभाव, राज्यों से भेदभाव। क्या भेदभाव किया सर इन्होंने? 2,32,000 करोड़ रुपए, 2,32,000 करोड़ रुपए दिल्ली के लोगों ने सरकार के केंद्रीय खजाने में दिया, जीएसटी और इनकम टैक्स के रूप में। बदले में हमको कितना मिलता है? 0। 9 साल से आप दिल्ली को बजट नहीं देते। पंजाब के लोग, बस मेरे में से काट लीजिएगा सर, 1-2 मिनट काट लीजिएगा, पार्टी के उसमें से काट लीजिएगा। पंजाब के लिए सर, पंजाब का किसान अपना खून पसीना बहा के खेत में गेहूं पैदा करता है, धान पैदा करता है। आपने 8,000 करोड़ रुपए पंजाब के विकास का पैसा रोक रखा है, विपक्ष के राज्यों का पैसा आपने रोक रखा है। ये भेदभाव क्यों कर रहे हैं आप क्यों कर रहे हैं? आप लिखते हैं राज्यों के विकास से देश का विकास है, ये आप राज्यों का विकास कर रहे हैं। एक एक करके टारगेट करके विपक्षी राज्यों के साथ आपने भेदभाव करने का काम किया। और अंत में कोई मुझे कह रहा था सारे बजट कम किए, शिक्षा के बजट को भी आपने कम कर दिया। मैंने इन लोगों से कहा शिक्षा से इनका कोई लेना देना नहीं है, शिक्षा से इनका कोई लेना देना नहीं। क्यों लेना देना नहीं है? क्योंकि दिल्ली विश्वविद्यालय में मनुस्मृति पढ़ाने जा रहे हैं ये लोग। मनुस्मृति पढ़ाएंगे कि दलितों के, पिछड़ों के, जिनको आप शूद्र कहते हैं, आप शूद्र कहते हैं, अगर वो श्लोक सुन लेंगे तो उनके कान में पारा आप कैसे डालेंगे? ये पढ़ाई आप कराने जा रहे हैं दिल्ली विश्वविद्यालय में, ये पढ़ाई आप कराने जा रहे हैं। इसलिए मान्यवर, मैं आपसे यही कहना चाहता हूं, ये बजट हिंदुस्तान के किसान के खिलाफ है, ये बजट हिंदुस्तान के नौजवान के खिलाफ है, ये बजट हिंदुस्तान के व्यापारियों के खिलाफ है, ये बजट सिर्फ और सिर्फ मोदी जी के मित्रों के लिए बनाया गया है, मित्रों के लिए बनाया गया है, मित्रों के लिए बनाया गया है।
The later part will not go on record. Honorable members, yes, honorable members, I am privileged and honored to be Chancellor of Delhi University. The honorable member has made some reflections. They are far distanced from reality. As Chancellor of Delhi University, one second. I am updating myself every fortnight, and this university is rising in excellence. Therefore, the observations of the honorable member, perhaps you need to check up. If you check up, we'll tell. Secondly,
Sir, I can
नहीं. सुनो. Sanjay, you are not an issue now. Jairam is trying to make it a farcical situation for chairman's well-meaning observation that in this house we must use information which a member must be prepared to authenticate. Now it is his mindset, in spite of his long career and ministerial that are so engaging. I can only say I have no words to reflect on this. I can only appeal to senior members of the House that there is need for him to think within. Honorable members, I need to put on record one thing which is relevant. In this country, governed by rule of law, the arrest may be by an agency, police, but sending someone to jail is not a police job. It is, one second, it is not the job of an agency also. A court lawfully acting sends a person to jail. So anyone, one second, listen to me, anyone, anyone in this country holding whatever position of a minister or a chief minister otherwise, if he is in jail, it is in compliance of a remand order given by a judicial magistrate. And therefore, the assertion by the honorable member that executive is sending people to jail is not only factually wrong, legally also not sustainable. And
बोला सर मुझे सर
संजय जी
भारत की सर
आपको बोलने दूंगा, एक सेकंड। आप तो अनुभवी हैं, आप जब गए जेल तो शुरू के अंदर तो एजेंसी का रोल था, उसके बाद जुडिशियल मजिस्ट्रेट की रिमांड से बने, कानून इतना स्पष्ट है। We have one of the best legal minds in the country. He knows that you cannot go to jail without it being sanctified by a judicial officer.
आप उनसे भी पूछ लीजिए, वो भी अपनी बात
इनसे पूछूंगा नहीं, इनसे ज्ञान लेता हूं मैं।
ठीक है सर।
On this count, outside Mr. Kapil Sibal may have several heads of a journalist, of a senior advocate, of a political vakta. He can do it. Here in the he will have to confine to the absolute legality. We can give quite a tweet.
बिल्कुल बस सर मैं सर ये कहना चाह रहा हूं, आपकी बातें 100% अपनी जगह जायज है, लेकिन अरे भाई सुन तो लो,
सुनो।
लेकिन भारतीय न्यायपालिका के इतिहास में पहली बार हुआ सर कि ईडी कोर्ट से दिल्ली के मुख्यमंत्री को जमानत मिल गई, जमानत की कॉपी के बगैर इनकी एजेंसी जाके हाई कोर्ट से उनकी रिहाई पर रोक लगवाती है। ईडी जाके, ईडी किसके अधीन काम करती है सर? ईडी नरेंद्र मोदी के अधीन काम करती है, ईडी प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के अधीन काम करती है सर। तो मैं सिर्फ आपसे ये कहना चाहता हूं,
फॉर द बेनिफिट ऑफ द पीपल, एक समझ गया मैं, एक सेकंड, फॉर द बेनिफिट ऑफ पीपल एट लार्ज एंड द anyone has a right to go to a court of law, but ultimately final decision is of the court. There are occasions when court grants bail, there are occasions it does not grant bail. So don't accuse. The two parties are there, either party can go to the court for relief, but ultimately it is judicial verdict. Shri Kapil Sibal.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I am sure, sir, you will
for giving me this
rise to the occasion of your stature.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to participate in this discussion on the 2024-25 budget. Sir, I personally believe that the economy is in deep crisis. And I will demonstrate in the short time that it is so. And I thought that when the first budget for the next term of this government was to be presented, it would give us a picture as where we are and where we should be. Forgetting about allocations made to departments and sectors of the economy, what's important is what is the vision of this government to get us out of this economic morass. That's really should have been the focus in this budget, but I find that absent. Now, before I say anything, let me tell you why the economy is in crisis. We are a population of 140 crores, sir. And I have an ILO report. It's called the India Employment Paper 2024, which says that 83% of India's youth is unemployed. This is not my data. 83% of India's youth is unemployed. And in 2000, the employment was 35.2%. Unemployment was 35.2%. It increased in 2022 to 65.7%, and in 2024 to 83%. This is the state of unemployment in our country. Now, how will you deal with that? Now, unemployment is not something that happens suddenly. It happens over a period of time. And it happens why? Because the economy is stagnant. And unemployment is related ultimately to several factors. It is related to education. It is in turn related to development, which in turn is related to industrial production, which in turn is related to GDP growth. Unless you deal with all these sections, you'll not be able to increase our unemployment rate. So this is where we are. And most of the unemployed people are in the unorganized sector. Only 10% are people who are organized in the organized sector. So the CMI data says that 79% of our population belongs to the working age group of 111 crore people out of 140 crore, of which 83% are unemployed. Now you can imagine the crisis that this country is facing. We can talk of allocations, but I would have thought that the finance minister should give us a roadmap as to how to deal with this crisis. Unfortunately, they've not been able to provide this roadmap because they will have to generate an employment of 7 to 8 million people on a yearly basis for the next 30 years. How will they do that? Where is the roadmap for that? Now, every budget ultimately is a political statement. Whether we presented it this side or you presented it that side. It is a political statement. And the fact of the matter is that you are strapped. The fact of the matter is that you know that unless you get two people on board, your government will not survive. So your allocations, therefore, have to be tailor-made to the demands of those two people. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, I'm not criticizing you for that because that's the only way you will survive. Nothing wrong with that. Now, sir, a skill report which is prepared by India. It says 7 to 8 million job seekers every year and 12 million jobs needed every year. No roadmap. No roadmap for that. Now, so this is one aspect. I've given you the figures. Now I come to the second aspect. The second aspect is that the world is moving in one direction and we are moving in another direction. Why do I say so? So as you know, the rest of the world, there is a declining population. Young people are few, the aged people far outnumber them. In order to ensure that their economy continues to grow, they have to go for artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence means that you produce the same thing not through manpower, but through machines. Now, that artificial intelligence is good for the European system or the United or the developed world. But in India, if you have 83% of our people unemployed, you can't use artificial intelligence. Right? Now, if you can't use artificial intelligence, industry per se has to use it because it otherwise won't be able to compete with the rest of the world. So that sector of the economy, which is the IT sector, which has to use artificial intelligence, will start losing jobs. And your economic survey says that 0.3 to 0.4 job loss will take place in the IT sector. So the sector which gives you the maximum employment, because they have to compete with the rest of the world, is going to start losing jobs. And in fact, there's been no recruitment in this year in the IT sector. So where the economy is actually productive, you will lose jobs. And where the economy cannot afford artificial intelligence, you need jobs. And there is no roadmap for jobs. So this is a very serious issue that confronts this government. This is the second issue. And in fact, there is a report of the International Monetary Fund which says that 60% of all jobs in the developed world will be lost. And 40% of all jobs in the rest of the world will be lost. So if the 40% of the jobs in our part of the world are lost, where are people going to get jobs? Where are they going to earn? Who is addressing this issue, sir? This country needs minds to look at issues, not at politics. You and I are together for the country, not for BJP or Congress or Samajwadi Party or some other party. The nation comes first, sir. And unless the youth of this and unless you empower the youth of this country, where will our nation go? Now let me come to the third issue, which is education. So there has been an increase, a slight increase in the education budget. It's not right that there's been a decrease. There's a slight increase in the education budget, but it's still less than 6%, which is what the promise was for a long period of time. But be that as it may, I'm not talking about education. The education structure in our country is what, sir? You get a BA honors in history, you get a BA pass degree, you get a BA honors in economics, you get a BA honors in political science, and ultimately you can't get a job. Where are those jobs? So your entire education structure has to be revitalized, reconfigured in order to marry it into skills. In order to marry it into skills, you need a revamp of the secondary level education system of our country. Because that's where your education system should talk about skills along with education. So that thereafter they get into the ITI system, that is the Institutes of Technology, and that in turn collaborates with industry. So industries, education, ITI together for young people into industry. Who is doing it, sir? Where is that roadmap in our country? Budget about these things? Nothing. Nothing at all, sir. And unless you skill our people, you're not going to give them jobs. So what will happen, sir? They all get self-employed. तो कोई दुकान डाल देता है, कोई कहता है कि मैं लोडर का जॉब ले लूंगा. हाँ, आपके बॉम्बे में क्या हुआ आप जानते हो, मैं उसके बारे में बात नहीं करूंगा. 47 लाख एप्लीकेशन और 60 और इंस्पेक्टर्स इन उत्तर प्रदेश. 47 लाख एप्लीकेशन. वो जॉब क्या करेगा? कोई युवा करेगा क्या? युवा को अगर जॉब नहीं मिलेगा तो फिर क्या होगा, सर? वो इस किस्म की पॉलिटिक्स करता है जिसका ये वर्णन कर रहे थे, क्योंकि उनके पास और तो कुछ करने को है नहीं. सर 2 मिनट मैं बैठ जाऊंगा.
10 minutes. You look at the watch. 10 minutes. Okay, 1 more minute.
Sir, you take time from
Okay, 1 second. Okay, 1 second.
Sir, let me
Honorable members, 1 second.
I'll sit down, sir.
No. Mr. Kapil Sibal had to his account 5 minutes. I said he will have 10 minutes. So it is not that I am not looking
No,
at
you've
it.
been very kind, sir.
And in the Business Advisory Committee, at the suggestion of the leader of the house.
I wanted to, sir.
One second. We'll add the time. Suggestion of the leader of the house, and everyone agreed, Mr. Derek O'Brien, Mr. Tiruchi Shiva, that to give a member 3 minutes, he can hardly contribute. That is why I am increasing the hours. Since I met him in my chamber, and we had settled for 10 minutes, but go for 15 minutes, sir. Go ahead.
So that's very kind.
Another 5 minutes. But after 5 minutes, I'm sure you'll take the seat.
No problem. So whenever you ask, I have no desire, Mullahs, to bore the House on issues, Mullahs. Now let me tell you another issue, Mullahs, which is very important. Why is it important? So as you know, that ultimately allocations are made not by government but by Finance Commission. The 15th Finance Commission made the allocations as to which state is to get how much money. There's some element of politics in that, but let's leave that aside. The Finance Commission said that 41% of the revenues that are earned will go to the states. Right, sir? Now, what actually happened is that the central government started to impose cess and surcharge. Now, cess and surcharge is not allocated to the states. Yes. Right? So all that comes into the kitty of the central government. And the result is today, sir, that the states are getting only 32% of the total resources that the central government gets. 32%. It is supposed to get 41%. It is correct, but it's getting at the moment 32%. Now the problem is, sir, that also the expenditure is monitored by the Union of India. My request to the Finance Minister through you, sir, is the following. You cannot monitor education from Delhi. Yes. You cannot monitor healthcare from Delhi. Correct. It's not possible. India is such a vast country, and I have been Minister for HRD. I know how difficult it is to monitor. In Arunachal will not happen in Uttarakhand. What's happening in Uttarakhand will not happen in Maharashtra. You need a model for each state government as to how they want to take their children forward. For God's sake, give that money to the state government. Let them do what they like to do with education. Let them do what they like to do with health. That's the third point I want to make. And the last point I want to make is the following. Sir, no country has ever progressed unless it has invested in R&D. No country in the world. Let me tell you, sir, something quite interesting, and you will be startled by the figures that I will give you, sir. In the United States of America, and in a country like Germany, other parts of the world, this is the kind of expenditure on R&D that is being done. In India, it is $47.57 billion, right, over a population of 140 crores. In Israel, it is $16 billion. In Japan, it is $172 billion. In US, it's $606 billion. In Germany, it's $131 billion. In China, it is $514 billion. Why is that, sir? The reason is all wealth is not created by industry. It is created in the university system. Through what? Through ideas. These ideas are translated into prototypes, and then angel investors come, invest in those prototypes. They then are translated into goods and services, and those goods and services ultimately sell. Now, if you do not invest in R&D, either in agriculture, and that is the biggest bane of our country, that you are talking about 2 lakh crores for the agricultural community, but no real expenditure on R&D in agriculture. If you spend 100 crores in agriculture, your return will be 1,000 crores. Therefore, all wealth is created in the university system, both in the United States and in China. And here you are controlling universities. Please allow the education system to be free. Do not interfere in the education system of our country. Do not interfere. And once you give enough resources to the university system, they will produce wealth in themselves. And that's how employment will be generated. And there are several agricultural economists in this country who have been saying this. Invest in R&D in agriculture, including some of the people who have written newspaper articles recently. And what you have done in agriculture today, you have increased it by 5%. 5%. That's going to give you nothing, sir. So please free your mind from control. You want to control the politics of this country, you want to control the economy of this country. It can't happen from New Delhi. Give us freedom, give the states freedom, give our citizens freedom, give our women freedom, give our youth freedom. It's only then that India will rise and we will become a Viksit Bharat. Thank you very much.
Sri G.K. Vasan.
Sir, on behalf of my party, I stand here to support the union budget, sir. The intent of the budget is aimed at driving India's economic growth and progress. The budget has introduced a framework with 9 priorities, sir, which seems to be the developing priorities of an important focus of the budget is simplification and rationalization of the tax service, sir, which means ease of doing business in the country in various sectors, which is the need of the hour, sir. Women, youth, farmers, they have been given a future in this nation, sir. At the same time, confidence level to the people of India have been given on the infrastructure of the country. Women, we say if a boy is educated, we get an educated man. But if a girl is educated, we get an educated family. So the budget gives women skill development, hostel creatures, market access for self-help groups. Sir, it is rupees 3 lakh crore shows the commitment of the government to women-led development, sir. When it comes to the youth of the country, the youth today consists of a large population waiting to be tapped properly in this country. I welcome the announcement to increase the amount of educational loans and skill development loans to the youth, especially internship scheme for 1 crore young men and women will go a long way to meet their hopes and aspirations. Sir, I would like to again say that the backbone of the country, the nation, are the farmers. Farmers provide us food every day. There has been a special place in the NDA government in successive budgets for the farmers. Encourage farmers. On the budget, 1 crore farmers are going to take up natural farming. That means, sir, we will get a healthy and natural, nutritious food free from chemical addition. The various initiatives, sir, like augmenting vegetable production and digital surveys of agricultural process at an estimated allocation of more than 1.5 lakh crore rupee shows continued encouragement to farmers. Lastly, sir, when I come to the infrastructure, ever since the NDA government under the leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister came to power the center, investments in infrastructure have witnessed a big push. This year also, the allocation is 11.11 crore for infrastructure development is commendable, especially for agriculture produce to reach the markets and for our industries to function efficiently. Capacity augmentation, infrastructure facilities like road, ports and highways is the need of the hour. The assurance of viability gap funding for private investments in infrastructure, I would say, is a step for promoting economic development. Finally, sir, while appreciating the Finance Minister for bringing out the schemes and programs which are for the benefit of the country as a whole without regional discrimination. I would also request that, sir, this is the third time successful NDA government getting the people's support in the country has shown a roadmap for the country's future. I thank the Prime Minister, the Finance Minister and the central government for giving hope to the countrymen. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vasanji. माननीय श्री वी विजय साई रेड्डी, आपके पास you have 30 minutes.
Thank you, Deputy Chairman, sir. At the outset, I congratulate the Honorable Finance Minister for presenting her 7th continuous budget, which is a record of its sort. Sir, through you, one very important issue I would like to know through you from Treasury benches as well as India parties, one particular clarification, sir. Sir, dispensation say that and giving an impression that entire 48 lakh crores has been given to the state of Andhra Pradesh. And every member till now who spoke on the budget from the India parties, they are also agreeing with that, and they are also giving an impression that entire budgetary resources have been given to the state of Andhra Pradesh. Yes, let me finish up. I would like to know through you, sir, from the ruling dispensation as well as from the India parties, in the entire budget and including the appropriations, including the allocations, tell me the single pie that has been mentioned either in the budget or that allocations have been made to the state of Andhra Pradesh. No. Let the finance minister answer this question through you, sir. And also the members of India parties who spoke, who agreed with the treasury benches that the entire, if not the entire amount, majority of the resources have been to the state of Andhra Pradesh. No. 15,000 crores of loan has been arranged, is going to be arranged. Loan, whether the loan that is being arranged to the state can be treated as a grant. You kindly answer this question, sir. And let the India parties answer this question. No. Even the interest on the loan has to be paid by the state government. Even the repayment has to be made by the state government. And what is this figure jugglery? And the present Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh is giving an impression to the country and the people of this country and impressed upon the NDA parties. It's a NDA coalition government, sir. Please kindly remember that. And also impressed the India parties that the state of Andhra Pradesh has got major grants and major resources from the union budget. Where is it? I have gone through, I am a chartered accountant. I have gone through the budget. I have gone through the allocations. Please let me know what is that you have given to the state of Andhra Pradesh. I am not objecting for the allocations made to the Bihar. Bihar has to be given. 51,000, yes, it is justified. Please don't disturb me. Jaji, don't disturb me. See, I am only objecting for the inferences that are being drawn by the as well as by the India parties. It is not right. Injustice is being done to the state of Andhra Pradesh. And Chandrababu Naidu, the present Chief Minister, has become a magician, and he has impressed upon NDA parties as well as India parties, and giving an impression as if entire resources have been given to the state of Andhra Pradesh, which is not correct, sir. Sir, next is, as presented by the government, union government, maybe there is an Amrit Kal for India. but this is a wish call for Andhra Pradesh. It is a fact. Wish call for Andhra Pradesh may be an Amrit call for India. I'm not saying about Amrit call for India. Sir, in the last 50 days, now I draw your kind attention to the allocations made to the Home Ministry, sir. Point number 20. Sir, point number 20, sir. The allocations granting aid to the state governments, to the Home Ministry, through Home Ministry, which was in 2022-23, 541 crores. They have increased it to 1160 crores. There is an increase, but it is inadequate. Why it is inadequate? I will explain to your good self, sir. Sir, it is inadequate. Allocations through Home Ministry to the state governments is inadequate. If you peruse and carefully observe and watch the incidents that are occurring in the last 50 days in the state of Andhra Pradesh, sir, Andhra Pradesh has become a hub of violence in which NDA is also a partner. It is an NDA government led by Telugu Desam Party. And targeted murders, targeted rapes, vandalism, and by a particular caste groups.
You speak on the budget, Honorable V. Vijay Sai Reddy.
This is budget, sir. Why I am saying is, sir, kindly understand that I am saying that Home Ministry allocations to the police department is inadequate. I am only trying to say why it is inadequate. It is a budgetary speech, sir.
Confine yourself
to budget. It is a budgetary speech.
Yes, this will be my advice to you.
Please do not object, sir. Why? Why I am trying to justify why more allocations are required for the Home Ministry.
Subject is budget.
Sir, 490 government, 560 private properties have been attacked. 1,050 assaults have been made. 300 attempts of murders have taken place. 31 political murders in the last 50 days.
Please come on the subject.
This is subject only, sir.
No, these are figures you have to authenticate again. You have to authenticate.
I respectfully disagree with you, sir, because this is a subject.
You have to authenticate all these figures.
Sir,
and we are not discussing the state. Please.
Homes of marginalized SC, ST, BC communities have been demolished.
Please confine yourself to the budget speech.
This is part of my budget speech, sir.
I'll again remind you,
Mahatma Gandhi, sir, if you are,
please, I'll request you.
If you are going to deny me an opportunity, I welcome you, sir.
Please, you used to object such things.
If you are going to deny me an opportunity to speak on the budget, I welcome, sir.
Please confine yourself.
I respect you. I have great respect towards you, sir.
Please confine yourself.
Mahatma Gandhi has said, sir, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. This is what Mahatma Gandhi ji has said. Sir, in the instant case, the present government in Andhra Pradesh is a threat to democracy and peace everywhere.
Please confine yourself to budget. Please.
Sir, next is false news. Why? Sir, the allocations to the information and broadcasting. I draw your kind attention to the second page, sir. Press Council of India. Sir, I am justifying. It is whatever I say, it is relevant. Please do not say that it is not relevant to the budget. It is completely relevant to the budget. Why? The Press Council of India, allocation to Press Council of India is 15.10 crores, which is inadequate. I'll explain your good self why it is inadequate, sir. Sir, the false news that is being spread over the social media by the groups which have vested interest in the country has become a major threat to the democracy. Sir, I mean, though I am not very familiar in Hindi, I would like to say, sir, उसूलों पे जहान आंचे आए टकराना जरूरी है, जो जिंदगी हो तो फिर जिंदा नजर आना जरूरी है. Appreciate. Sir, there is internationally accepted definition of what is yellow journalism. Yellow journalism is a baseless reporting characterized by exaggeration, sensational headlines, unverified claims, and partisan agendas. This is exactly what is happening in the state of Andhra Pradesh. Therefore, increase the allocations to the Press Council of India and make it as don't make it less, and give powers to the Press Council of India to take action against these so-called television channels and the newspapers, and also the social media agencies which spread this news, wrong, false news, and take action immediately and instantaneously as and when it happens, sir, or even prevent before it happens, sir. Sir, page 7 of the budget speech of Honorable Finance Minister. Everywhere I am referring to the Finance Minister's budget, either budget speech or the allocation, sir. So therefore, it is part of the budget speech. It is not a political speech. Sir, Honorable Finance Minister has said that Union government is following scrupulously in its letter and spirit the AP Reorganization Act. Where is the Union government following scrupulously the AP Reorganization Act? What happened to the special category status? What has been promised on the floor of this house by the then Prime Minister of the country? And the BJP also at that point of time has agreed that it should not be for 5 years, it should be for 10 years. And they have backtracked on that. Special category status may be given to Bihar or any other state, we have no objection. But it should be given as assured and as entered in the assurance, register of assurances in Rajya Sabha, that special category status should be given for the state of Andhra Pradesh. The government is a continuous entity, and the promises that have been made, assurances that have been given by the earlier government cannot be withdrawn or cannot be suspended or cannot be by the present government. They have to be honored unless they are illegal and unlawful. Sir, the AP Reorganization Act coming to, and the budget reallocations. The present government is planning to share our Tirupati temple to Telangana, as well as to share our coasts and ports. That is what the paper reports say. Not definitely. This is not part of the AP Reorganization Act. They have got the majority resources during the bifurcation. We have no objection for that. Leaving almost nothing to AP. And AP government is planning to, see, the present situation of AP government is planning to sell even family silver. Sir, I reiterate, I affirmatively say, Andhra Pradesh is not for sale. Andhra Pradesh will never be for sale. It will never be allowed by YSR Congress party. Whether it is NDA parties or India parties, it doesn't make any difference. We are neutral. We are for the state of the Andhra Pradesh. We are for the country. Sir, coming to, I have another 16 minutes.
Yes, please. Continue. Lot of time. Yes.
We have numbers.
Good. Yes.
Sir, the present AP government, the party which is ruling the present AP, Andhra Pradesh, state of Andhra Pradesh, which they are aware, they are also aware. Then it is, pretended ignorance.
Speak to the chair through.
Sir, I have no hesitation to say that there is a quid pro quo. There is a quid pro quo between the present Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh and BJP. What is that quid pro quo? Quid pro quo is that in the earlier 14 years of rule by the present Chief Minister, particularly between 2014 and 19, he has resorted to rampant corruption. rampant corruption
come on the
either in
subject.
fibernet scam or
Please.
ring road scam or Amravati development region. Therefore, the quid pro quo is these people will not take any action against him and he will not insist for any resources for the state of Andhra Pradesh. This is what the quid pro quo is. Don't put satires on me.
Please, Mr. Vijay Sai Reddy, speak to the chair.
Sir, see, I am highlighting, see, their AP government has said Super 6. By misleading the people of the state, by saying that Super 6, they have come to power. Very good. People have voted that particular party to power, and we all accepted the verdict. And now, I have explained 5, and sixth one I am explaining, sir. This is what my Super 6 is. Sir, the present government has taken, present AP government and the present party which is ruling in Andhra Pradesh is part of the NDA coalition in center. And Union Civil Aviation Ministry has been allocated to them. After assuming charge of, unfortunately, after assuming charge of the present Union Civil Aviation Minister, it is very unfortunate. Within 15 days, 3 airports have collapsed. And this is what is called opposite of Midas touch. Opposite of Midas touch. Let them realize what is Midas touch. And these people also have to realize what is Midas touch. They have already realized, that is why they are sitting in the opposition. Sir, everything they touch gets ruined, including the state of Andhra Pradesh. This is what my bone of contention is, sir. Therefore, I call it as total disappointment party. That is what TDP is. Sir, I am coming to Super 6 is over. I am coming to part 2, sir. Now part 1 is over. Part 1 of Super 6. Now part 2. Sir, what has been allocated to the state of Andhra Pradesh is only a token. Token. Nothing. India parties, members of India parties say that everyone, I have been carefully watching, carefully observing, that state of Andhra Pradesh has got majority resources. What is that major resources? I don't understand. I have not seen. Being a chartered accountant, I am clueless. Let Derek G apprise me as to what we have got, Andhra Pradesh has got. Or Jairam Ramesh ji, who is expert in drafting the AP Reorganization Act. Sir, in Bihar and Andhra Pradesh are both allies of ruling parties. They are TDP as well as JDU. Both are allies of NDA. Sir, in forming the union government. Union government is there because of these two parties. And when your turn comes, you can criticize whatever you want to say. Fake news of yellow media. I have already dealt with that, sir. The fake news of yellow media that the budget is for Andhra Pradesh and Bihar. The budget, I say unambiguously and assertively say that the budget may be for Bihar because they want to come back to power in Bihar. They have already come to power in Andhra Pradesh. This may be a budget for Bihar, definitely not for the budget for Andhra Pradesh, sir. So let India parties rectify the mistake what they have committed, and let them in the future discussion, let them not say that this budget is for the state of Andhra Pradesh. By saying so, they are helping the NDA parties. Sir, 26,000 has been allocated for roads in Bihar, highways. What is that has been given to Andhra Pradesh? 15,000 crore loan. That too, center is arranging it. I don't know whether Jairam Ramesh ji has to say. whether loan can be treated at par with the grant? No. According to me, no. As a chartered accountant, no. Interest is being paid by the state government. Repayment is done by the state government. What is that central government is doing? Finance minister has no clarity whether the exemption is granted and over the limit of 15,000 is given, limit of loan borrowing